I've been getting a lot of questions recently on when the 50G is coming out. It's out now. Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's DJ. Welcome back to the channel and welcome to new mods for Farming Simulator 22. Today we've got 32 mods for all platforms, so 20 new mods. Oh my goodness, and 9 updates. And for PC and Mac, we have 1 new and 2 updates. I make mod review videos every time they're released on the in-game mod hub, so get subscribed if you're new. That way, you never miss any. Starting off today with some new mods for all platforms, we have the map Bourneheath from Brummy Farmer. This is a fictional map set in the UK. I've had a little bit of a run around the map, and I will say one thing, this is incredibly detailed, so check it out if you like maps like this. It's got a total of 46 arable and grass fields ranging at different shapes and sizes. All 46 fields do have contracts available, so if you like doing contracts like I do, this is going to be a great map for that. So in the southern area of the map, you will find the BGA and Bible Industrial Estate, which is all in-game productions and space for additional placeables if the player wishes. How cool is that? All in-game animals are included on the map. The main farmyard has 2 cow breeding pens and a main cow pasture with a feeding robot. It's also a placeable area in the main farm. Some terrain may be a little bit challenging, so choose your fleet wisely. There's also a few custom items around the map. See if you can spot them. Collectibles are here as well. And if you're on console, it's going to take up 1,431 slots. Let's take a look at the PDA. Here it is. And what do we get? Well, we get this area right here where they were talking about the cows. So you have the breeding pen right there. You have another breeding pen there. And then we have, I believe, just the regular cow feeding. Yep. There we go. Hayloft. What do we got here? Manure extension. Gotta have one of those. And all kinds of other stuff there too. Plus, we have a placeable area and 1 field. There you go. It doesn't look like you can buy the outside of the map, so you're just going to be buying little areas, plots of land, things like that. So do know that ahead of time. I know some people like to own the entire map, myself included. So you may run into problems, you may not. Hey, it is what it is. As far as starting off vehicles, let's take a look at what we've got. We have a lot. We have a John Deere 6230, 2 of those as a matter of fact, and the Fendt 714. We do have the Clostron 720 Combat Harvester. We got the JCB Agri Pro, that's nice to see. Crampy Half Pipe, love that trailer. We also have the Convio Flex, of course. We got the Cokerling All-Rounder Flatline, I see that. Even have the Vaderstat Rapid A6000. Hey, we have a roller, fertilizer spreader, front and rear mowers. That's very rare to see in a starting farm. Tedder, windrow, forge wagon, telehandler tools that you could want, header trailer to match, and a bunch of weights. Very cool map right here. Definitely check this out. Next up, you got the John Deere 50G for Pepe 978. This bad boy right here was stupid popular back at Farming Simulator 19, and it is here again, especially with the announcement with Volvo coming to Farming Simulator 22, but we don't know when. This might give you kind of an idea of what to expect if we get any excavators with that pack. We got 36 horsepower, 70 liters of fuel, 6 miles an hour, and weighs 5.1 tons. It's going to be 10 slots on consoles, and we have multiple different track options. So there you go, quite a few different things. These are my favorite. Track D, love those. Man, that's a good looking thing right there. We even have a bucket that goes along with it. This holds 2,000 liters, which is really nice. And we can change it up between yellow and black. It weighs 75 kilograms by itself, and it is a bulk bucket. So no matter what you grab onto, you will be able to pick it up. Next up, we've got the Fendt 500 Vario S4. This is one of my favorite Fendt tractors of all times. Hey, and we've got one. I think this is actually the second one that we've got, nonetheless. This one has 124 horsepower. It's got a variable transmission, 300 liters of fuel, 31 miles an hour, so full speed on this one. No 24 mile per hour stopping you there, and weighs 7.7 tons. One thing that may stop you, however, it's 29 slots. There is no other way that I could put it. It's just 29 slots. It's almost 30 at a tractor, but we have a ton of customization, so let's go over it. Wheel brands include Trelleborg, Michelin, Continental, Midas, BKT, Bradstein, Nokian, and back in again. As far as your wheel options go, everything that you would expect to see. You got your wides, you got your weights, you got your narrows, duals, everything like that. Edition, we have the Power Edition, then we have the Power Plus Edition, and the Profi and the Profi Plus. As far as front parts, we have the string holder. I don't know what that means. We've also got hood protections, back and forth between those. Beacon lights, we have none. One on the left, one on the right, both of them together or nada. Also, I'm not sure if this is a new beacon bit or what. It looks exactly like the one that comes in the collector's edition. That's awesome. Speaking of edition, we have edition 2 standard design line grid. We also have a design line exhaust, and design line again. So there you go, different versions through there. Front fenders, we have yes or no. Front loader attacher, quickie, Hauer, Fendt, yep, or nada. Engine setup, we have the 124, 133, 150, 163 horsepower engine options. Main color include every color you could possibly imagine. So you have the Fendt Nature Green, we have the dark green, we have a Black Beauty, Fendt Petrol, my favorite. You also have the Communal, Fendt Red, and white. So you have all of the colors that you would expect. And then even on the design on the very front, we'll change this to orange just so you can see exactly what's going on there. And then naturally rim color, we have red, we have black, and then you've got white. This is an epic tractor, tons of customization, and it is done very well. Next up, we've got the Massey Ferguson 5700S 2020 edition. Now, we do have a Massey Ferguson 5700 already, but it is the ILM series, not the S. Here is the S. This also may look familiar because we had something like this in 17 and 19 as well. This is going to be 16 slots right off the bat for console players, 100 horsepower on here, Dyna 6 transmission, 180 liters of fuel, 24 miles an hour, so it is a little bit slower, and weighs 5.4 tons. As far as, slots, 16. Already said that. Let's move on. Configurations, we have a standard config. We also have 170 kilogram front weight. We have the 280, 390, 500, 610, and a front hydraulic. Wheel setups include Trelleborg, Michelin, Continental, Midas, Friedstein, Nokian, and back in again. And these do include wheels options that you would expect to see. And they've even got some really nice wheel weights on there as well. Roof, tons of options here. We have a default GPS infrastructure. We have the roof with the GPS itself and a panoramic roof with protection grid on the top. Wheel offsets, no, yes, and yes. Number 2, this is neat and a little bit different. I'm not sure if I've ever seen anything quite like that before. Usually wheel offsets come with the wheel itself, but this just lets you do it. That's pretty cool. Front loader attacher, we do have a quickie, but you don't have to go with it if you don't want to, and that's the only one available. Engines, we have 3 different ones, or 4, 100, 110, 120, and 130 options. So yeah, we do have 4 options there. Datatronic screen, it's gonna be on the inside for you guys. Main color includes red, black, silver, green, white, and communal. And then lastly, we do have that design line on the inside. You can change that up, plus rim colors, all of them. Go with the rim color, pick one you want. It's all good. Next up, we have the 20-foot Gooseneck Trailers pack from 82 Studio. You guys may have remembered we had this bad boy right here. However, that has been removed, and we've now got a completely new pack with everything in it as requested by Giant. So let's start off with the first one. We have the 20-foot Gooseneck trailer itself. This is 5.8 tons. It's 8 slots on consoles. Configurations include standard, production pallets, auto load. Yes, production pallets, auto load. We also have standard as well. Wheel brands include Continental. We also have Nokian tires, Friedstein tires, and back in again. And we have multiple different versions of those, so you can pretty much pick a match of whatever 82 Studio thing you want. Design, we have a wooden design and a metal design. Mud guards are standard. We got a little bit of mud guard on the back, front, or, both, neither, whatever you like. Branding, no, and yes. Now, I believe the branding, trying to remember exactly where the branding is on this. Who's on the other side? Oh, well, I'm not seeing any branding jump on, so maybe that's going to be on another part. Attacher type, we have gooseneck, we have bumper pull, back and forth between those, so maybe you want one but not the other, good to go. We also have 2 different types of tension belts, EU and US. As far as your main color, well, you got a lot right through here. Whatever you want to go with, go for it. I prefer the black aged, and I think you guys will like that as well. Rim colors, of course, we've got all kinds of stuff here, but chrome is definitely one to go with. Also, chrome blackout one is pretty epic too, just to let you guys know. And that's it. That's it for that version. And we also have the 20-foot gooseneck tipper. Now, this is going to be pretty standard. So we have the basic, we have the extension, goes from 26,000 to 30, and then we have extension with ramps, which is also 30,000, which will allow you to open this up and put ramps on it, so you can drive things up on there and inside if you would like to. We also have the unrealistic capacity, which takes it up to 182,000 liters. Not even kidding. We're going to leave that on there because that's awesome. Wheel brands include the same options that you had with the previous version. Mud guards are the same. Branding is on the front there, so you've got that. You also have attacher type with gooseneck or the bumper pull. Tension belts are inactive, and you can do top, floor, or inactive again. So inactive, there's no tension belts. top means the titchy belts are on the very top. This would be used for like logging or something like that. You also have titchy belts on the floor, so maybe you've got vehicles or something down there. You can do that. It's kind of a jack of all trades. It's your 20-foot gooseneck or regular trailer, but with, yeah, you do whatever you want. Make color on here, we'll just go change this up to blue. That's going to be the pretty much the entire thing. We'll go with the black aged look there. Then we have design, which is going to be, I'm guessing, the top. Hang on just a second. Let's go with basic, which is going to give us the cover option, which is the color. Got 'em. So this is going to be your cover options right here. Nitro blue. Thank you, David. You're awesome. And the rim colors, of course, same things you would expect. Very cool trailer. Also, this is only 7 slots by itself, whereas the main trailer right here is 8. So this gives you more, and it's a little bit less slots as well. Next is the Fortschritt K454 baler. Now this is neat because it's a baby baler. It makes custom 500 liter 49 centimeter square bales. They're basically a not a cube, but like a shmish cube, kind of a cube, cut it in half. Now you got a shmish cube, and that's what it is basically. What you've got is you have a trailer attachment or 3-point attachment, so choose however you like there. Attachers, you do have a trailer hitch that you can hook on the side here as well, meaning that you can basically dump these into a trailer. I would highly advise using a dump trailer and not a belt trailer because none of them auto load and it ain't gonna stack up for you. But you can do whatever you like. Hey, have some fun with it. We do have the stereotypical Fortschritt colors, but we do have every other color as well. So you can choose kind of whatever you want. You're good to go. We have a design color as well. We'll go with a yellow design on here, even though I'm not seeing anything changing colors into a yellow. And then we have a rim color as well. So rim color, nice and easy. That one makes sense, but the design color, I'm not saying, oh, you know what? It's the logo on the side. Oh, neat. That's pretty cool. This is going to be 12 slots on console, so a little bit higher, but nothing too crazy. Next, we have the Lizard 8x50. This is a new corn head from Talent and Agro Mods. Now, we do have some combinations here. It's really meant to be used with the John Deere T560, but you can also use it with their Massey Ferguson combine as well, as they've shown it off. Now, there's no customization for this. It just kind of is what it is. 1.5 tons. It's very lightweight, 4 meter spread, 4 miles per hour, so it is a little bit slower as well. Keep that in mind. And it will do corn and sunflowers. I'm not saying the next one's a 3 meter cultivator, but well, here it is, isn't it? To 350 kilograms, 95 horsepower, required 3 meter spread at 8 miles an hour. So 1 mile an hour slower than most of them, and it's going to be taking up 3 slots. Next up, we got a rock picker. This is the, well, Stonepicker. 2.3 thousand liter capacity for this. Goes on the front of your tractor. You can put it on the back too if you want, but front's where it normally goes. Lower this down, and you'll be able to pick up the rocks as you're going through the field. So this is 2.7 meter pickup, 180 horsepower required, but you don't really need that much for it. At 300 kilograms. Now this will hold 2.3 thousand 2,300 liters of stones. Kind of self-explanatory when you put it all down, isn't it? This you can change up to whatever color you would like, which is nice. And we have a design color as well, which is going to be your hydraulics on the side. Have your own console, 2 slots. Your next new one for all platforms today is the Handcrafted Plow. Now this is a very small plow, not a whole lot going on with it. 850 kilograms, 115 horsepower required, 1 meter spread, and 9 miles per hour. It's going to be 2 slots on consoles. We do have a design where we can bump that up, but however, the working width does not change. It still stays at 1 meter. Starting off, we have a, well, it says Nardi. That's, we all know that was toothpaste tractor. We've also got black. We got the K brand, Stoll, New Holland, and John Deere. Next is the 53-foot dry van from Perma's Modding. What I need? This weighs 7.9 tons, and it's going to be 5 slots on consoles. Now, we do have some different loading mechanisms. So we have without the lifting gate, we have with the lifting gate. So you can be able to, you know, put some things on here, raise yourself up, things like that. Works well if you use a skid steer or a forklift, something like that. That'll work great. Exterior color. Well, we've got a couple different metallics and things like that, but we also have red, so that's nice. Would have been cool to see like fully customizable colors here with whatever you want, but hey, it is what it is. We also have interior floor color, so you choose whatever you like there. And then lastly, we have rim color. One thing to note, you cannot take off this livery. Would also be nice to change the livery's colors, or at least take it off. Bright green and blue I know is not everybody's color, so there you go. Also, there's a thing on the back, 1-800 to rate MD. Don't know what that's gonna call, but hey, maybe somebody wants to try it out and give it a try. Your last non-placeable new mod for all platforms today is the Universal Tank Lizard Logistics. This bad boy right here will hold 40,000 liters. We've also got a slot count of only 4, so not bad there at all. I will say it's kind of uncomfortably chrome, if that's a word to use, but you can change it up. So we'll go, you can do side boxes, left, right, and both. You also have a capacity with an unreal of 160,000, so that's cool to see. And then we have the main color. We have chrome, steel, black, galvanized, 1, 2, and gunmetal. Finally, gunmetal actually looks good, but we're just gonna go with black there. It's your frame. Then we have the tank color itself. We have 82 Studios colors on here, quite obviously. So you can choose kind of whatever you want through there. And then the rim color. Just heads up, this mod is not from 82 Studio. All right, let's make our way over to some placeable mods for all platforms. The very first one is the Small Composite Haul. This is from Agrar Modding. Take a look at it. Very, very nicely done. Check this out. Dude, how'd you do this? This looks really good. We're going to close that up, and we should be able to open this side as well, and we can. How about that? I mean, there's really not a whole lot to it. It is what it is. Very easy to find as well. Just go into sheds, and right here it is. Composite Haul. Next up, the concrete shed, 32 by 21. We got a nice little opening right there. Boop, doop, 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 doop. There you go. It's now this is probably a little bit heavier than that wooden shed that we saw a second ago. You got two openings right here, so easy to go through. Because it's all concrete, all of the porous material and everything, it might get a little bit unsettling visually to you, but hey, this is what concrete looks like in real life. Not a whole lot you can do about it. Easy to find as well. Just go into buildings and sheds. Next up, we've got the medium-sized warehouse. Now, I'm not sure in what world this is medium-sized, but, well, hey, here it is. Please open. I don't actually know how to open that. All right, well, maybe we go in over here? It's pretty epic, dude. I gotta be honest with you. Oh, that's not opening either. Maybe, just maybe, we have to go in the front door. Oh, well, climbed on top of the door there. Looks like we have a loading area here of sorts. I gotta turn on a help window just so I can find out what's going on here. We've got all this. Maybe. Okay, so we can open the door from the inside, but we've got to be a little bit further away from the door. Can't just like slam right up to it. And then it looks like we've got everything here as well. So this is labeled as a pallet warehouse. So do keep that in mind. However, it does look like we got a whole lot going on in here. You got a place where you can work on a production chain, I think. Medium-sized pallet warehouse. Yeah. Looks like we've got like a one in, one out bit of a pallet warehouse in this going on. Nice. Okay, so in, out. That's a little bit super cool, actually. Nice. Next up is the bunker silo kit. Now, this is a base with 2 different sets of walls. You got one that's like tires and flowers, and then another one that is the actual wall itself. And from here, you get to build your own bunker silo. So if we turn everything on, we stand in front of this, or in the middle of it rather, well, it says 0%, or at least it did for a second. Yeah, fill level chap, 0%. So what you could do is you could take these pieces. They're easy to find. Go into your silos and you'll find them right here. So we got this. The thing that I have found though is it's not snapping. Well, it snaps with some things. There we go. Okay, so it did snap there. So you've got all that. Boom, just like so. I'm gonna go and actually demolish these pieces because I want to build. I want to build on this. Let's do it. Let's build our own bunker silo. So we can put. Well, that didn't work. We'll put it up. Huh. So that's actually raising. Oh. So it's raising the area around it. That's interesting. But it still works. So, whatever. Next, we have the Plastered Cowshed. This is going to be found, of course, in animal pens. We've got a couple different places around here. Place to get your milk right there. Place over here to buy your animals. 16 slots. And it does look like it is going to raise and or lower the ground around it. So be ready for that. We've got an area right here around with the cows, at least sizing. They're all the same size as little baby cows. So there is that. We'll come around here, see if we can open up some of these doors. I guess that one doesn't open up. Come around here towards the back, and we should have another area that's like a shed or something like that. And that's exactly what we find there. We also have an area up here as well that opens. Hopefully it doesn't push us off, and it doesn't. Easy to walk in. Nice easy place to store things. I wonder if I can open that. Ooh, we can. So you can kind of put up pallets or whatever you want through there, and then boop, right off. Neat. We also have next up the Alpine Farmhouse. Now this is Farmhouse. We have 4 different versions. Shown here is just one of the 4 versions. Obviously you can't go in or anything like that, but we do have at least a place where we can go to sleep at the front and a place where we can change our clothing on the side. So that's nice. Now, I said that we have a couple different versions of these. So if you go into your buildings and you go to Farmhouse, you're going to find them right here. So of course we have the white version that we just showed off there. We also have a brick version, which is very nice, looking good. And even a kind of like black plastered look almost. I'm not really sure, maybe black siding on there. And then lastly, we have a red version of that too. So whichever one of these you like, if you're looking for a house like this, you got it. All right, we're getting there. Next to last new one, finally, for all platforms, we have the old building pack. This bad boy right now is full of 3 buildings that are all very, very different from each other. You've got the old brick, the old storage, and the garage. So this first one is the old brick. Now we have a couple different ways to get in and open up. As you can see right here, we have a single opening, where here we have a double opening. And there's really nothing else to it other than that. It does look very, very good. Then we have the old storage. Now this is for machinery, crops, things like that. We do have a storage area right there. And then you have a 3-bay garage here, so you can store, well, pretty much whatever you want inside. And we even have something here on the end as well. I see a box says oil or something like that on the inside. Take a look at this. You got your own workshop. That's oh, hang on. All right, well, I'm gonna take this hammer with me just in case I encounter anything that I don't like in this building. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna throw it through the top. There we go. We got a couple buildings, a couple door openings here. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. In here, we've got one large opening around the bottom, and then it looks like we have a way into the top. However, we come up there. Oh yeah, I guess we can climb up here and do all like that. Ooh, and I get my hammer back. Let's go! And your last new mod, finally, for all platforms today, we have the machine shed with canopy roof. Now, this kind of matches the Horman stuff that we've got in game. You've got 3 large garage doors on one side. We have a massive opening here on the side, and we've got a complete drive-through area here as well. So if you got your semi-truck, maybe you've got a big cedar that you don't want to back in or something like that, well, you've got a complete drive-through area here where you could do that. We'll even take a look around to the back side just so you can see what it looks like here. Pretty basic, pretty standard, very, very plain, but doesn't need to be fancy. Just needs to do what it does, and I think it'll do it just fine. Making our way over to some mod updates for all platforms. The very first one is going to be the map Mazowszany version 1.2. They've added much visual changes and fixed the lime texture. Next up, you got the map Portugal South. This is going to be version 1.1. Animals have been integrated into the map. Some cells have been added. All factories have been added to your spaces. Decorations, new game save required. And bug fixes were at the very top. Westbridge Hills is here. Now, this is an update, but it's an update for PC players. Console players now have access to this, but I've already done a full video on that. I'll do my best to link it below. This is going to be version 1001. They removed the old files, added the workshop in the vehicle shop, and added trigger icons to the farmhouse, in addition to being added for all platforms. And you thought those were the only mod updates for maps? Nope, not even close, because we have Willamina 22. It's going to be version 1001. They fixed the sell point now on the ground. They've got the replaced problem trees, lowered land prices by half, fixed the collectibles, and added $500,000 one. Removed the trees along the road to open it up, and new PDA. Now those were the maps, but we do have some mods as well. The Fiatagri 180/90 version 1.002 speed ratios have been corrected, minor fixes, and added Italian custom license plate. And an update to the Gorenc Granoter 280 version 1001 console release. Cellar version 1001 visual improvements of optimizations, and snow has been added. And the ONYX version 1.1 working speed adjustment and texture adjustment of the disc harrow. Working speed, I believe, is doesn't say. And your last one today, the very last mod update, is going to be for the Roadrunner version 101. He's fixed the cabin lighting. The cab lights, running lights, now cast shadows. When using shadow light, stops lights entering the cabin. They've also fixed the camera over zooming at high speed, so prevents the seat from going through the camera when set too far back, with wide field of view at high speed. Now this is not just something with this mod. This happens to a lot of things, so nothing crazy there. They've also adjusted transmission for better performance, starts in a higher gear. Fifth wheel plates rotates on attach, and adjusted the vehicle sounds. All right, making our way into new mods for PC and Mac players, and it's going to be really easy because it's literally this. This is the Mega Metal RG spreader. Now, this will hold solid fertilizer only. We have 300, 400, or 500 liter capacities on here. Designs, we have standard design, and you also have the attachment for orchard and vineyards. That's nice. And then we have the 4-line fertilizer as well. So you have different options there. Really like that. Either way, no matter what you do, you still have a 10-meter spread, and you still have an 8-mile-per-hour max speed. But otherwise, that's pretty cool. All right, and our last bit today is going to be some updates for PC and Mac players. First up, we have the 30-foot flatbed auto-loading trailer pack version 1001. Fixed an issue that the tank collides and triggers were present with other configurations. It fixed an issue that pallet and bell auto-loading triggers were still present when not configured with auto-load. And your last one today, the LumberJack mod version 1.3. They say using new permission to cut trees multiplayer feature in version 1.6 Farm Sim 22. Well guys, that's going to be it for today. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, drop a like, get subscribed, join the DjGoHam fam, and make sure notification bells are on as well. That way you never miss daily farming simulator videos here on the channel. Speaking of, there is no Farm Sim news today. However, I did do a live stream this morning and a video talking about a new partnership, Volvo. Actually, it's right there. It says it on my shirt. I'm pressing buttons in the background. I should probably take off. Y'all have a good one. See you later. Peace.